Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today what I have for you is episode 2 of my Football Manager 22 beta save with Derby County. Now you guys voted in the comments, you guys dropped more likes on the comment which said you guys want to see maybe 2 games a month, and that obviously means that we can get more episodes out. And yeah, so we're here once again for the Derby County save. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, make sure you drop a like on it. If you could hit 20 likes on today's video, that would be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We're on the road to 200 subscribers on this channel, so if you could subscribe, that would be absolutely class. We've got a bit to talk about in today's video. We'll go over our previous results for the rest of pre-season. We've lost a lot of players through loan. We've sold some of our youngsters as well. Unfortunately, there's just nothing that I can physically do about this. If someone comes in for an offer for them, they literally just get accepted straight away. So Derby fans, apologies, but some of the young players have left. But the club have restructured the financial debt, and we're going to start paying off 120k for the next 10 years. Hopefully we're not in debt for the next 10 years. I don't really understand how debt in Football Manager works. I'm not really too sure. But it says we've got a 10 years worth of debt, which isn't ideal. The transfer embargo is obviously not being lifted. If anybody knows anything, what I can do about it, feel free to let me know down in the comments down below. But we are going to start off then with the transfers. We'll talk about the players who have left the club. So firstly, Jordan Brown officially went out on loan to Carlisle. You can't really see this here. I think my face cam will be in the way. But Isaac Hutchinson as well. He went out on loan to Barrow. We got a little bit of a fee for him. We got 5.75k. Dylan Williams left the club on a permanent basis. He went and joined Leeds United's under-23s for 155k. I don't think there's a way to me check the actual transfer. Yeah, there's not really too sure, but that's what we got there. I think we got a 40% sell-on clause or something like that in him. And also Tyree Wilson has joined Guiseley on loan for the rest of the season. So we've had a couple of players leave on loan. Dylan Williams has left on a permanent basis. In terms of the medical centre, we have got some more injuries. Craig Forsyth, our only competent left back at the club, damaged his cruciate ligaments. He's going to be out for the rest of the season. His contract's up at the end of the season as well. You already knew about the rest of them. McDonald, if you didn't already know about him, he's out for another 2 weeks. He's not really a starter though. Max Bird's got a slight injury, but he should be back in a day's time. He fractured his toe during pre-season. But if we go and have a look at pre-season, we've actually done very well. We got a 1-0 win at home to Mansfield. Cybulski scored in that game. He scored quite a lot during pre-season. We beat Burton 1-0 away from home. Louis Silby scored in that game. We beat Union SG 3-2. They actually went 2-0 up. We made our substitutions and we ended up winning that game 3-2. Cybulski getting 2 goals in that game as well as Aghatiste. We'll call him Os. We're going to call him Osazi. We then had a 2-0 win away at Maccabi Petah Tikva. These teams are not really that good, to be honest, so don't read too much into it, but Bollock and Lawrence scored in that game. Tom Lawrence wants to leave the club as well, because I gave captain to either Davies or Jagielka, so now Tom Lawrence wants to leave the club, which isn't ideal. We then had a 2-0 win against Hopel Tel Aviv. Shinny and Bollock scoring in that game. And finally, we had a 0-0 draw, the only game we didn't win, against Hapoel Rishon Lezion. So we've got 2 games for you in today's episode. We have Huddersfield at home in the Championship, the first game of the Championship season. And then in a few days' time, we have Middlesbrough away from home. So we're going to advance forward now. A couple of games have already been played. Obviously, we do have that 12-point deduction because we entered administration. If we do manage to get out of administration, obviously we don't really have much in the way of a wage budget. I don't really know what's going to happen, to be honest. We might not make any sort of signings. We'll just have to wait and see. We're taking it as it goes. But Bird has resumed full training, which is nice. Forsyth, if he played 20 league games, he would have got a 1-year contract extension. But because he's damaged his cruciate ligaments, he's out for 7 to 10 months. So he doesn't stand much chance of probably playing at all this season, which isn't really ideal. We've got some more homegrown players, fitness tests. I'm going to quickly pick the team that I'm going to go with for this game against who are we playing again? Against Huddersfield, and then I shall be back. Here we have it then. This is the plan for this game at home to Huddersfield. The first game of the season, we line up in a 4-2-3-1 formation. We have Allsop starting in goal. Now, Kelleroos has a transfer offer in for him. There's some transfer saga currently surrounding him. It doesn't say there. I'm not too sure if it got declined or what the case was, but I believe it was actually Huddersfield who came in for him. Then they cancelled it, then they made another offer, so I don't really know what's going on right now, but Allsop's currently in goal. I mean, Allsop, Marshall and Roos are all 3-star current ability, so it doesn't really matter who plays. Allsop's just 7 years younger than Marshall. That's why I've gone with him. A back four of Byrne, who's back from injury. Jagielka is partnered by Stearman. We've got Buchanan in at left back. He's still injured and he's not the fittest, however, with obviously Forsyth being out for the rest of the season, there's not a lot we can really do. He's the only other competent left back at the club, so he's going to have to play there. Shinnie as our ball-winning midfielder, Bird as the deep-line playmaker, Joswiak on the right, Lawrence on the left, Morrison in behind Sam Baldock. So not a great team, to be honest, but it's one that's going to have to try and get the job done against a very good Huddersfield side. I mean, we could play Byrne. He suits more of an attacking fullback, but we don't want to overload the area too much. What we could do, actually, is put Joswiak on support and then put Byrne as an attacking wing-back. We could go with that. Is Buchanan? No. Right, so we'll go with that for this game. We'll stay on balance just for now. I mean, we have a massive mountain to climb. We've been 12 points from safety. Max Burdage is not fully fit. Byrne and Buchanan are lacking in match sharpness. What can we do, lads? We can't really do a fat lot. Let's get into this game then. Go into our team talk. I mean, can we motivate them from the pre-season motivation team talks? It's not really worked. I'm going to tell them I expect to win. It's kind of worked. I tell them that I trust them to make the difference and they need to make me proud. Nobody really gets motivated by me. Huddersfield, we know, have some good young players as well. It's our first game of the championship season. It could be a very long season, to be honest. You guys might not see a win in any episodes because, as I said, we are going to be playing 2 games every episode, and I'll show you guys the in-betweeny bits as well. But we are underway for this game. Fingers crossed we can start off with a win. You know, we're at home. They've not really shown anything to oh dear, I forgot to put it on the key highlights instead of only commentary. Well, somebody has scored. It looks like it's Huddersfield. It is Huddersfield, I think. It's Tom Lees. I don't know why no one's on the line. We've conceded. I forgot. I had it on only commentary throughout pre-season just because it was easy to get through all the games. We're already losing from a corner. Tom Lees with the goal. I mean, from all ways to concede a goal, being organised from your set pieces will probably be a good idea. There was no one on the line for some reason. We'll drop it on to positive as we just see a highlight of somebody walking towards the corner flag. That's not really ideal. We've not had a highlight so far in our favour. They want us to work the ball into the box. All right, we'll trust the assistant manager. As you can see, Bird and Buchanan are absolutely knackered. There's not a lot we can really do, though. If we look at the bench, they have been terrible so far. They do need to sort out. If we look at the bench, there's nothing we can really bring on here, to be honest. I mean, Stretton might come on, but Silby, are you any good as a central midfielder? Can you do a deep line playmaker? Not really. He's more of a ball winner. I mean, he's 19, is Louis Silby. We'll get him on for Bird. He can't really do it. We'll get him on as a supportive Mazzala. Give him a bit of freedom. Change at the break we've been forced into because Bird's so tired. Silby's on the pitch. Let's see what he can do as we are now underway for the second half. Throwing. Buchanan will take it on this left-hand side. Goes into Tom Lawrence. Manages to get past his man, carrying the ball forward here. Good play from Tom Lawrence as I get a notification on my phone. I'll just turn that off. Very unprofessional from me. Tom Lawrence going all the way, shoots from distance. I mean, yeah, there was no one really running in front of him there. He couldn't really do a fat lot, could he? And now Huddersfield are passing the ball around well, and that's the end of that highlight. We're going to go on to attacking because we're just not creating anything. We'll make some substitutions. We'll get Stretton on for Ravel Morrison. Put Lawrence... What the hell? That's not what I wanted to do. Put Lawrence in the middle. We'll play him as a shadow striker, give Baldock some support. We'll get Stretton on as a supportive winger. Get Buchanan further up the pitch. Get Joswiak further up the pitch as well. Final change as well. We're going to bring on... I mean, I want to really get Buchanan off, but we do have a left-back on the bench. This is just not ideal. There's just no options, really, on the bench for me to bring on. I mean, we could get Thompson on for maybe Shinnie, and he's just slightly more attacking than Graham Shinnie. I mean, he's nowhere near good enough to play at this level, but he's going to have to play. This is the situation that we're in at the moment. We have a free kick. Lawrence, ball in. Cleared by Huddersfield. Silby picks the ball up. Carrying it forward. He goes to Buchanan. Bit of space for him to run into. On this left-hand side. Goes back to Stearman. Inside to Thompson. Into Silby. Shoots from distance. Good save from the keeper. Stretton hits the post on the rebound. Nobody really following up. Stretton was offside anyway. And that was a chance, was that it's a good strike. And we just can't quite follow it up in the end. There's 10 minutes to go now. Can we maybe see one more highlight? Get one more chance. Not the ideal start losing at home to Huddersfield. It looks like it is going to finish in defeat. Just not being organised from a set piece means we lose our first game of the season. It finishes Derby County 0, Huddersfield Town 1. And I'm far from pleased with that result. We need to be starting off well, because if you start off poorly, we've already got a mountain to climb. That's not the ideal start at all. We've now got a few days rest, and we have a Carabao Cup match against Middlesbrough away from home. So that's probably going to be harder than the Huddersfield match. Middlesbrough, a decent side. They actually haven't played their first game of the season yet. We might rotate a little bit for this game. It takes a bit of pressure off, because nobody can really pull away from us. But we'll have to get into this game against Middlesbrough now. So we've sold 21,800 season tickets. For all the Derby fans that have actually renewed their season ticket in real life, big credit to you all. I'll see you guys in a second if anything important happens in these emails. But if not, I'll see you once I've picked the team for the Middlesbrough game. Well, here's confirmation. Tom Lawrence has left the club. He's gone and joined Birmingham. As I said, he wanted to leave the club. We got some offers in for him. Tom Lawrence has left the club for 875k. We only get 275k of that into the transfer budget. One of the actual better players in this side. I'm very disappointed to see him go. We're paying him 11 grand a week as well, which is, I mean, he's only on 6.75k a week, so I don't really understand how that works, to be honest. But he signed with them until the end of the season. Tom Lawrence. So we're now going to need to pick a new left winger. I mean, who's the next best thing? Maybe they're suggesting to put Ravel Morrison out on the left. He can do just as good a job there. And then in attacking midfield, we maybe go Louis Silby. That's not the end of the world. And we need to now put somebody else on the bench. We'll put Stretton on the bench, I guess, for now. We'll remove these. But yeah, just not really ideal. But he didn't want to be here, all because I didn't give him captain anymore. But personally, I don't think he's a good enough captain. Buchanan, fingers crossed, will be back in full training soon. It's another 2 days. He probably won't really be fit for this game against Middlesbrough, so we might have to play someone from the under-23s. Here we have it then. This is the team that I'm going to be using for this Carabao Cup tie away to Middlesbrough. We've got David Marshall starting in goal. A back four of Byrne, Jagielka, Davies and Gruel Pollard. He's had to come in. He's currently in our under-23s. Not very good. He's operating at Vanarama national level. He's only got the potential to play in League One. But we sold our other left-back to Leeds. Well, I didn't. The club did. Midfield 2 of Shinney and Bird. On the right, we've got Stretton, Sibley in the middle, and Ravel Morrison out on the left. And up front, we have got Sam Baldock. A few new players on the bench as well. Jason Knight is only a few weeks away from his recovery following an ankle ligaments injury, which is very nice to see. Because once he's fit, he definitely comes into this side, because he's a very good player. The last thing we want is him to leave. Let's get into this match then. We don't really need a win, to be honest. It'd actually be better for us to get knocked out here because of how thin our squad is. We don't really want a cup run. We can't really afford a cup run, to be honest. As much as it'd be nice for the finances, physically and fitness-wise, the squad is just not capable to do it. We'll get into this match. Fingers crossed we can get back to winning ways. But if we lose, I'm not really too bothered. Throwing for us on the far side, Ravel Morrison picks the ball up. Gruel Pollard into Bird. Into Ravel Morrison. Crosses it to Baldock, who strikes. And Sam Baldock has his first goal of the season. 6 minutes on the clock and we take the lead. Is it the Riverside? The Middlesbrough Stadium's call. That's a very nice goal. It's Gruel Pollard with the ball. In to Ravel Morrison. Back to Gruel Pollard. Inside to Bird. Nice ball into Ravel Morrison. Gets there ahead of his man. Crosses in for Sam Baldock. And 6 minutes on the clock. It's Middlesbrough 0, Derby County 1. That is a very nice start. We're now at half time. Nothing really happened apart from the goal. It's very nice to be leading at the break. Middlesbrough haven't really offered anything, to be honest. We'll tell them that they're doing well, because they are. We're winning a football match, which is what we like to see. We've got another opportunity here on the opposite side now. Byrne goes down the line to Silby, into Stretton, back to Byrne. Can he get a cross into the box? He goes to the byline, manages to get the cross into the box. It's terrible defending from Middlesbrough. And 2 minutes into the second half, Sam Baldock doubles his goal tally, celebrates with the Derby fans. He doubles our lead as well. And it looks like we are going to be advancing in the Carabao Cup, unless we absolutely collapse at the end of the game. It's very nice play from Byrne. He gets to the byline, gets the ball in. And it's an easy tap-in once again for Sam Baldock. That's what he's been brought in to do by the previous manager, Wayne Rooney. It's a very nice goal there. And we double our lead just after half-time. Free kick for us. Ravel Morrison whips it in. Davis with a free header. Heads just over the bar. I don't know what the Middlesbrough line were there. They just didn't seem to really drop back. We have made some substitutions as well, just because rotation is going to be very key for us this season. We have another opportunity here. Ebasile into Joswiak, lays it off to Thompson. The three substitutes combining. Thompson into the area, takes a shot on it. He's tipped onto the post by the goalkeeper. And that is, yeah, definitely a yellow card. They were in on goal there. I'm surprised that's not a red. But with 10 minutes left on the clock, all we've got to do is see the game out. We'll just slightly go onto cautious and hope that this isn't a Middlesbrough goal, because if it is, it's a very nervy last 10 minutes. As Tavernier gives it to McNair, looking over the top to Jones. What can he do with it? He looks to get a ball into the box. Civi's there at the back post, off the post. And Davies clears, but it's not fully away now. McNair on the ball, back to Hannah. Into Tavernier, into Coccolo. What can he do with it on the far side? Goes back to Tavernier. Cuts inside and gives it to McNair. Good tackle from Shinny, but we don't retain the ball. Tavernier into the penalty area. Crosses it in, but it's a good block from Ebasile. And we're going to look to hit them on the counter. The highlight does end. And surely, I mean, we might even keep a clean sheet here. Which if we do, I think it's only fair Marshall starts the next game. He's not really had much to do. But it is full-time at Middlesbrough 0, Derby County 2. We fully deserved that win. We had more possession, more shots on target, more expected goals, more corners, less fouls, less yellow cards, more passes completed. It was a very good performance from us. We thoroughly deserved the 3 points. Not the 3 points, the win. I'd have taken a win in the league over a win in the cup. But a win is a win. We win in the first round of the Carabao Cup. I wasn't too sure what round it was in. We'll give Baldock some praise. We'll advance forward through to this game against Peterborough, just in case anything else does happen. If it doesn't, which something has, Buchanan's now back in full training as well, so he should be getting fitter by the day. We've only got 5 players out with injury, 2 players coming back from injury as well, so it's not the worst in the world, but it is currently the joint 3rd highest in the league. Who we're going to get in the second round of the Carabao Cup? We get Sheffield Wednesday away. If we can beat Middlesbrough away from home, there's no reason why we can't beat Sheffield Wednesday away from home, but it doesn't like anything else is going to happen, so I'm going to leave today's episode here. If you have enjoyed, please make sure you drop a like on it. If you could hit 20 likes, as I said at the start of the video, that would be absolutely class. Subscribe if you are new as well. We're on the road to 200 subscribers on this channel, so if you could subscribe, that would be massively appreciated. So we'll be back for this game against Nottingham Forest. We might do Sheffield Wednesday, we might do Birmingham. We'll see how we're doing in the league, and that'll depend if I play the match against Birmingham or the match against Sheffield Wednesday, because I want to show you guys some wins rather than just us losing constantly. But we have 2 very winnable games now against Peterborough and Hull. We've got to be looking at least 4 points out of there if we are realistically going to be staying up. But as I said, make sure you drop a like on today's video. Subscribe if you are new as well. Get your post notification bell on so you never miss a video of when I upload. Have a great rest of your day, and I shall see you all in the next video. Peace.